And we're going to keep it moving as we are coming down the end of the line for the Get Up 3.0. It has been a powerful couple of hours already, and we are just bringing it home now. We are going to help you. If you haven't already, we're going to introduce you to yourself and help you go to the next level in your development. And we've got the strategist that's going to help you get all of that in spades. He's none other than one of our BBS brothers, Mr. Saccone Prince, a highly sought after international motivational speaker, an award winning author, and a personal development strategist who helps people take an objective look at themselves. And that's what we really need right now. That's this pause in our time, is to help us take a look at our world, but to also take a look at ourselves. And he makes it motivation personal by introducing you to yourself. He's got an associate's degree and a bachelor's degree in electronic engineering, and he uses his love for learning to continually educate himself, and then he passes on the lessons to you so that you can move to the next level of your development. And he's coming to us today to again introduce you to yourself and your own development. He's none other than my BBS brother, Mr. Saccone Prince. Mic check, mic check.
Mic check, mic check. How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
I am doing awesome, man. I'm so appreciative for this event.
Absolutely. You know, and you do so many powerful things. It just had me fumbling over my words, but I know you best as the person who continues to help us introduce ourselves to ourselves so that we can go to the next level of our development and become the leaders that are going to be the change for the world that we need today. So we know you've got a powerful message, Saccone, so the stage is yours. This is Mr. Saccone Prince.
Well, thank you, Terrence, for allowing me this opportunity. And also, Jeff, I appreciate you for inviting me and including me to be a part of these incredible speakers. I've been checking everybody out. My heart has been tugged and moved, and I've been encouraged and inspired. So again, Jeff, thank you for allowing me to be a part of this event. Now, one of the lines that I remember most from Chris Nolan's Batman Begins was from the father to the son. He asked him, he said, "Why do we fall down?" In order to learn to get up. I'm gonna say that again. We fall down so we can learn to get up. And oftentimes in life, we have things that come in and that will not only allow us to fall down, but some things will actually knock us down. It was Muhammad Ali that said that the punch you don't see is the one that knocked you out. So when you find yourself in a situation where you get hit by an unseen punch and you find yourself on the canvas, just like Muhammad Ali said, the canvas is no place for champions. So that means that if you are a champion inside, that you have to get up. And getting knocked down doesn't mean that you have to stay down. Les Brown says that if you get knocked down, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to focus on not just getting up, but why. Why are you going to get up? Why are you going to make the effort to get up? I'll tell you why. Because somebody is depending on you. Somebody is waiting on you. Somebody is looking for you to show up and do whatever it is you've been called to do. When I show up, they tune me out. But when you show up, they get excited because they can identify with you. They can relate to you. They can understand you, and you speak directly to them. So my job is to encourage you to don't just stay down. I want you to get up. Life is going to send you things that will knock you down. But don't allow those things to keep you in that place and in that position. Because again, somebody is waiting for you. Somebody asked me, Saccone, why is it that you keep doing your weekly videos? Why is it that you keep talking and speaking? Why is it that you're always trying to encourage somebody? Because I know for a fact that somebody is waiting for me. If I knew who they were, I would call them up. We would go grab a cup of coffee, go do lunch or something, and I would talk to everybody on my list Then I will go on and do something else. But since I don't know who they are, I have to keep talking. I have to keep sharing, and I have to keep going. And that's what I want you to do. When you find out that you have something to offer to the world, don't allow anything to keep you from showing up and being the person you've been called to be. Because again, somebody is looking for you. Somebody is waiting on you. I tell people all the time, somebody is starving for what you have. Don't let them go hungry. I'm going to say that again because that's so important. Somebody is starving for what you have. Don't let them go hungry. Somebody is waiting on you. Somebody is dependent on you, and you may not even know who they are. So don't stop. Don't let the situations and circumstances of life keep you from going and doing all those things that you know you've been gifted to do. And I say gifted because I know for a fact that it's a gift. But just like a tree, the fruit isn't for the tree. It's for those that come and pick it. And your gift isn't for you, but it's for the world. Somebody once said that life is God's gift to us, but what we do with it is our gift to God. So he gave us life in order for us to impact and affect the world around us. So don't allow what could be a stumbling block to keep you from getting up and from getting where you need to be, from going to that place and talking to that person and showing up on that job or starting that business or whatever it is you've been called to do. Don't let little setbacks keep you from moving forward. I know sometimes it's hard to get up. I know sometimes it's easier to lay there. Sometimes you just say, I want to take a rest. I need to catch my breath. And I can understand that. But don't let that be your position from here on out. Take the rest you need, take the breath you need, but then you also need to get up. Because just like in most boxing matches, there's a countdown that's coming. They're counting and they'll count you out. If we stay down too long, life will count us out. And what I mean by that, we only have a certain number of days on this earth. And if you're supposed to show up for somebody, but you decide to lay out for a year, 2, 3, 4 years, life can count you out. So since you never know when your last day is going to be, don't stay down for too long. Deal with your situation, get back up and get back in the fight. Because again, somebody is waiting and dependent on you. So don't stay where you are. Just get up and get going because it's so important because there are people, again, that are waiting on you. I remember hearing this story about this football recruiter, and he had just got hired on for this team. And the coach called him in and he sat him down and he said, look, I need you to go out and I need you to recruit some players from. This guy said, okay, he was taking notes. He said, now, there are some players, they'll get knocked down and they'll stay down. He said, okay, you probably don't want me to get those. He said, but then there are some players, they'll get knocked down and they'll get back up. But then they'll get knocked down again and they'll stay down. Guy made a note, you probably don't want me to get those either. But then the coach went on to say, he said, there are some players that get knocked down and they get back up. They'll get knocked down and they'll get back up. They get knocked down and they get back up. And the recruiter said, coach, okay, good. I think I got it. You want me to go and you want me to get those last ones, right? The ones that kept getting knocked down but getting back up? The coach said no. He was like, wait, what? He said, I want you to get me the ones that are knocking them down. Now, what I mean by that is this. Once you've gone through life and you've had so many opportunities and so many obstacles that have come in your way and that have knocked you down, once you learn how to get up, guess what? It's time for you to start knocking some stuff down. You need to be the one to knock your goals out. You need to be the one to knock out those things that are trying to keep you from fulfilling your purpose and your destiny. It's up to you. Instead of being the one that's taking the punches, throw some. People always talking about rolling with the punches. No. I'm going to throw a couple. I'm not just going to take all the hits. I'm going to do some hitting myself. And what I want you to do is I want you to get up and get back in the fight. Because again, somebody is dependent on you. Somebody is watching you. Somebody is looking for you to show up and to show out because you set the example for them. Just because you didn't give up, they won't give up. So don't allow little setbacks and little things that and come to just try to hinder you from being a person you know you can be. Don't allow those things to keep you down. Instead of being the one that just gets back up, yeah, get up and that's good, but then start knocking some stuff down. Learn some lessons. You've learned how to get knocked down. Now you know how to knock something down. You know how to knock something out. And you learn that by going through that situation where you got knocked down, but you get up. You may get knocked down again, but you get back up. You may get knocked down again, but you get back up. Then the next time, instead of getting knocked down, you the one doing the knocking. I tell people, don't be the nail, be the hammer. Don't be the nail, be the hammer, because the nail, it just keeps getting hit. But after a while, you need to be the hammer. You need to be the one that's actually bringing the licks, that's actually telling life. Don't let life happen to you. You happen to life. And so many people, they allow just things to come at them. Why don't you go after something? Why don't you get up and get back in the fight? And I want you to do that today, because this particular conference has inspired and encouraged me to do just that, to get up and to get back at the life that I know I can have. I know I can be a part of. I know I can affect and impact somebody's life. And you can do the same. You can make the difference in somebody else's life. And maybe it's just one person. But to that one person, you're everything. To that one person, you are that rope over the side of a cruise ship. To that one person, you are that glass of water to somebody who's thirsty. To that one person, you have something to show up, something to provide, something to offer. And I want you to do that. More than anything in the world, I want you to be the best possible version of yourself. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here speaking today. That's one of the reasons why I'm here doing what it is I know I've been called to do, because I want to inspire you to do the same. And look, this has been Sakoni Prince of SakoniPrince.com, where we make motivation personal. We're introducing you to yourself. And I want you to know that you can get up and get back in the fight and throw some punches your own self. And look, I want to turn it back over to you, Terrence.
Man, I'm throwing some punches, boy. Man, you just got me pumped up to get up. I hit Jeff twice. He just don't know it. But, I love that message. It's time. We talked about the first get up was awareness, and we talked about the second one was action, and this one was what is your activity? And that action is when you get knocked down. That's action too. But what is your activity? What do you do next? And what do you keep doing consistently? And if you keep getting up and start throwing your own punches, then you are going to find yourself developing to that next level that you always talk about, Sakoni. Now, here's what I know. I know you have a powerful conference each and every year that introduces people to themselves and helps them in that development to the next level. So take 10, 15 seconds and talk about that conference that you have coming up, that summit you have coming up.
Well, our summit is going to be October 8th through the 10th, and it's scheduled to be in Atlanta, Georgia. We're still looking to see whether or not we're going to have it there, but I know we will have it online. I mean, it's definitely going to be online, and I'm excited about that aspect. The summit is called the Next Level Leadership Summit. That's right, Next Level Leadership Summit. You can find out all the current information and the latest information by going to nllsummit.com. That's nllsummit.com. And I'm telling you, you don't want to miss that event.
Never. If you want to learn how to throw more punches and not continue to get knocked down, then you need to be at the Next Level Leadership Summit in October. It's right there on the screen, nllsummit.com. Thank you, Sakoni. As always, you are the prince at introducing us to ourselves and helping us go to the next level. We appreciate you, bro.
Thank you again. And thank you, Jeff. I appreciate you, Doc.
Absolutely. Thank you. That is Sakoni Prince. Check him out. His summit is coming up October 8th through the 10th. Go for the latest information, nllsummit.com.
Looking for the best way to maximize the pool of talent you have? Looking to equip your leaders with the skills they need to lead more effectively? Ready to develop your workforce into a mission-driven organization? Well, then you need to make sure they attend the Next Level Leadership Summit. This Next Level event will focus on preparing your leaders to effectively carry out your company, organization, or group's mission statement. while creating a culture that is conducive for growth. Next Level Leadership Summit, October 8th through the 10th, 2020 in Atlanta, Georgia.